Hello and welcome to Geek at Play Studio Tutorials, and let's continue with our scenario that we just worked before. So a couple things I want to do at this point, it is let's see with our sun position. So probably one just pop up slightly up, so we'll have a little bit better lighting at this point. And let's work on our atmosphere. So we'll go ahead and as a default, we was using our default atmosphere from the physical. So it's nothing there. Now we'll go to atmosphere editor and let's go to the lighting tab first. And inside lighting tab, I want to enable the global illuminations. And it will work better for this type of the um, terrain. So next, what else I want to do, just let's go all the way maybe to sunlight. So we have more lights coming from this. And you know what, I always like to have a little bit desaturated ambient light, which gives us more details. Okay, at this point, we can start working with our clouds a little bit. So let's go ahead and add the one thing what I like to do, it's add top layer clouds, and we'll make multiple, and we'll use it Altostratus 4. This will be our high altitude clouds, and we'll just can actually pop up them all the way up, so they're very high. As well, we'll just touch of them around, so we'll decrease our cover and also drop density down. So they're just something like almost there on in the skies. Okay. Next, we'll go ahead and we add another clouds, and let's add at this point second layer of ours, and we'll add maybe small cumulus. Okay, let's add those ones. On this point, we'll just maybe leave it about that altitude. We'll just increase height on them, so we'll have a very nice thick layer of the clouds around. As cover, I want them there, but I don't want them overwhelmed, so we'll have it more pictures. As well, we take a density and decreasing to about 3%, so we have it small around as well, because they're far away. We want a little bit maybe increase on the detail amount, and drop down our feathering. Okay, let's increase shadowing. But I think on this point we now can create lower level clouds, and let's go ahead add, and we'll just add dark canvas for this. Okay. At this point, we'll just leave it as default 200 meters, probably altitude, same as the height. You know what? Just let's drop a little bit of the cover, so we'll have it a little bit more right on the lighting. Okay, we'll take our density, leave it same, sharpness same, and you know what? Just leave it everything about same at this point. So let's very fast preview, see what we have with our clouds. Okay, at this point you can see we have it very nice, but it's a little bit darker sky for us. So we need little bit reposition, maybe sun. And one thing, even we have a very nice dark shadow here on the ground. I found out what is actually work better in this case. If we change sun, okay, let's go to our sun to, let's edit shadow and make it soft shadow. So it will have it very soft, and it's give it us very nice distance shadowing from the clouds. Let's go back to our atmosphere editor. Okay, we'll go now to sky, fog, and haze, and we'll leave it here. But I noticed we have it a little bit too high on our decay, so let's drop down to maybe about 1 kilometer height on decay. We'll just add a little bit more on a haze. And you know what? Let's bring our fog higher. I want a little bit on the ground, a little bit more. So we'll go right here, 81. And one thing where you can, if you need to know what how high, you always can click on your camera, and right here you can see what is height. For example, right now it's 94 meters. So when we apply it, it will which level it's applied. You can see on the meters on this case that way. Okay, we'll leave it that one. Aerial, we can just pop up a little bit more on this. So we'll have it our back mountains a little bit better displaying. And for now, let's leave it at 0 quality boost, but when we start rendering, we want to increase that. Okay, so right here, let's try click OK at this point, and let's render. The one thing when I'm start rendering, you will notice right here, actually, I set to the free user define, and I created a little bit more wider area render. So it's kind of more panoramic view, and it's work very well for our terrain in this case. So also let's set to final preview. It will give it us a little bit better on a lighting, and we can see our image at this point. Okay, so right here you can see we have our in a final mode. It's not even is higher, but it's already, you can see how with lighting and everything, it will give us this nice and very real coloring and material distribution on our mountain range. Okay, couple things could be improved at this point in our tutorial before we look also how to change coloring on ecosystem based on altitude. So this is may apply to the point, so you can switch leave it more yellowish to the top on the colors if you want it. Okay, or you can leave it like this. And so let's save this one before we go into another render, and we'll save as step 3. Okay, so other things also what I want to show you, it is at this point we can go ahead add additional camera. So let's create close-up camera. We'll click OK, and we'll take this camera, move very close to our mountains. Now maybe around here, let's drop on the ground. Can click preview, and now if we render, you will notice we'll have it very final, very close-up renders, but we still with same texture what we applied to the ground and everything, it will look very nice and real. And of course you can, it's areas, if you will have it very close up, you can just select those areas and painting ecosystem, or apply just specific to this area higher details. So let's see our preview at that point. And actually maybe I will stop render because we actually too close up, we'll see a bunch of leaves. So let's go take our camera, maybe move above our forest, just slightly above our trees. Again, if we find better area where we can see the ground as well, that will be kind of nice. So let me see if I can move slightly away. There you go, we have it right point. Maybe around this area. But again, right here you can see already we have it plants, and let me see if I can grab some ground to this point. Okay, let's render. Okay, so right here you can see with lower point of the camera we have our ecosystem trees, our forest just going right here above the mountains. Okay, and let's do one thing. Let's go ahead and take our top camera. Okay, I want to just preview and bring our top camera all the way down. So I want to just see, so right at this point. Okay, let me zoom out. Just bring to this place where we can kind of mix trees together with the ground. Okay, so I want to just see also how is our from top perspective, how well we will have it texturing applied just to the place with the trees. And this point is given us details also on a scale. If you want to work very close up and we want to have it close up on our ground with multiple cameras. By positioning, we can look and say, hey, maybe we need scale a little bit more on our ground texturing. Okay, so let's render top view. Okay, and you can see we have it kind of our grass, the trees. You can see tiling happening because we was using image based. Couple tricks if you're using image and tiling can sometimes happen. You can go inside the effects and enable turbulence and rotation. So what is happen? It will remove kind of the parenting, so it will look a little bit more random in this case as well. You can just use it, for example, only fractal based. Okay. Other things you also need to understand every time when you use it fractal based um, material or terrain, it's take additional time to calculate this when you start rendering your image. And another things, just to tip, let you know, then you're using dynamic ecosystem population. It will help you manage resources on your computer, but sometimes instance will start jumping when you make animations. So be careful when you use it or for what reasons, or maybe combine them to achieve best result. Again, thank you for watching this tutorial from Geek at Play Studio. Please remember, visit us on our web is www.geekatplay.com.